In this video, I'm going to show you how you can make yarn from plastic bags and then how you can use it to crochet these baskets. The baskets are crocheted in the round in a spiral way with single crochet and are started from the base. In the description of this clip, you will find a link that will take you to the written instructions and more details about this pattern. For the big basket, I used 342 grams of Plarn, from 100 plastic bags approximately. And for the small, I used 216 grams from 65 bags approximately. And I used a 12mm crochet hook for both. To make the yarn, you need plastic bags and a pair of scissors. Flatten each bag. If it has sides, tuck them inside. Fold the bag in half once. Then make a second fold. And cut the part from the handles. And the closed bottom of the bag. Depending on the weight we want the plant to have, we are going to decide the size of the following cuts. For this project, I want my thread to be thick, so I need pieces that measure between 6 and 7 centimeters. So I'm going to cut this bag into 4 parts. And from each of these pieces, I'm going to get one link that I will be weaving with each other to start making the thread. I take 2 links, one goes under the other, and I pull it through to tie the 2 links. And I stretch to make a strong knot. And I repeat for the remaining links. And my first piece of Plarn is finished. You can use different plastic bags in one single project, even if they have different sizes or the plastic is different in thickness. Repeat the same steps, folding in half twice. And for this bag that doesn't have any handles, just cut the bottom part. The plastic in this bag is not very thick, so I'm going to cut pieces that are 1 or 2 centimeters wider. So when I link and stretch, the Plarn will have a similar thickness to the thread that was made with the first plastic bag. And I will link each piece again. And I repeat the same steps for each kind of bag, cutting off the handles and the bottom of the bag. There are also some kinds of plastic that are thicker. In these cases, I cut the pieces 1 or 2 centimeters shorter, so that when I link and stretch, the thread will have a similar thickness as with the first plastic bag. And I link the pieces once again. Depending on the size of each bag, we will get shorter or longer threads. And these are my 3 threads from 3 different types of bags with a similar thickness. Then I will link the 3 threads so we can start making our Plarn ball. Next, I will show you the steps for making the baskets. To start the big basket, I chain 2. And to start round 1, I will make 4 single crochets in the second chain from the hook. When I work with thick threads, I prefer taking my hook from above and not from below as I usually do. In this way, I have more strength in my hand and I can crochet more comfortably. Plarn is crocheted in the same way as regular yarns. We will just be moving along a bit slower because the thread is not as flexible. And this is the end of round 1 with 4 stitches. For round 2, I will make 2 single crochets in each stitch from last round. So I start with my first single crochet. It's better if we place a marker in the first stitch of every round. I make another single crochet in the first stitch. And I repeat for the following stitches. 1 single crochet in the next stitch. And another single crochet in that same stitch. And I continue repeating for the remaining stitches. And this is the end of round 2 with 8 stitches. Now for round 3, I remove the marker. I make 1 single crochet in the first stitch. I relocate the marker in the first stitch. And I make another single crochet in the first stitch. And I do the same for the following stitches. 1 single crochet and another single crochet in the same stitch. And I continue repeating, so I will have 16 stitches by the end of my round. And this is the end of round 3 with 16 stitches. For round 4, we remove the marker. We make 1 single crochet in the first stitch. We relocate the marker. And then we go to the next stitch. Make 1 single crochet. And then make 1 more single crochet in that same stitch. And my first sequence of 1 single crochet and 2 single crochets in the next stitch is finished. And I will repeat this sequence all around. I go to the next stitch and make 1 single crochet, then go to the next stitch, make 1 single crochet, and another single crochet in that same stitch. And I continue repeating. And this is the end of round 4 with 24 stitches. I should end my round with 2 single crochets in last stitch. For round 5, I remove the marker. I make 1 single crochet in the first stitch. I relocate the marker. Then I make 1 single crochet in the next stitch. And then I will make 2 single crochets in the next stitch. And my first sequence of 2 single crochets and 2 single crochets in next stitch is finished, and I will continue repeating this sequence all around. And this is the end of round 5 with 32 stitches. I should end the round with 2 single crochets in last stitch. For round 6, I remove the marker. I make 1 single crochet in the first stitch. I relocate the marker. Then I make 2 single crochets more. And then I will make 2 single crochets in the next stitch. And my first sequence of 3 single crochets and 2 single crochets in next stitch is finished, and I will continue repeating all around. And this is the end of round 6 with 40 stitches. I should end my round with 2 single crochets in last stitch. For round 7, I remove the marker. I make 1 single crochet in the first stitch. I relocate the marker. Then I make 3 single crochets more. Then 2 single crochets in next stitch. And my first sequence of 4 single crochets and 2 single crochets in next stitch is finished, and I will continue repeating the sequence all around. And this is the end of round 7 with 48 stitches. I should end my round with 2 single crochets in last stitch. Now for round 8, I remove the marker. I make 1 single crochet in the first stitch. I relocate the marker. And then I make 47 single crochets more for a total of 48 stitches without increasing anymore. And this is the end of round 8 with 48 stitches. I will continue making rounds of 48 single crochets until round 17. And this is our work by the end of round 17, where the basket has grown from the base. We make a few last single crochets until we have 15 or 20 centimeters of Plarn left. We make 1 slip stitch in the next stitch, then fasten off to weave in all ends. And our big basket of Plarn is finished. To make the small basket, you follow the same steps for the beginning until round 5 to reach 32 stitches. Then continue crocheting that same amount of stitches until round 18 to finalize with the last stitches and fasten off. Both choices are very easy to make and very practical for storage. But they are mainly very positive projects to upcycle your plastic bags.